Hi everyone, welcome to another Q&A Wednesday video, and today we're going to be answering one of your questions. And today's question comes from...
This question comes from Ara at Therapy 2016. She's asking, hi there Primrose, I really love your videos and the way you and Jess bring up your kids. Also, I think you grew up to be a good person. I would like to know, would you like your kids to be like you when they grow up? If yes, are there some things you would copy from your mum in terms of bringing up your children?
Okay. So the first part of the question,
would you want to be like me?
Would I want my kids to be like me? And yeah, the answer is yes. I'll be very happy if my kids turned out to be like me. And what about you?
We're going to me now. Okay. I want them to. I think they definitely need personality traits from me and Primrose. So I would like them to grow up like a bit of both of us.
Yeah.
The part that I think Prim's got, just like me, is respect for people, compassion, commitment. Mm-hmm. I want them to have all that. I want them to be loyal. I've got loyalty. I want them to be easygoing. I want them to be relaxed. But I want them to be hardworking. Yes. And definitely more than anything, I want them to have that drive and that business mentality like Primrose has got. Yeah. She's very driven. She's always working, always looking at new things to do. She's never just sitting around letting her brain be idle. And I definitely want them to have that, as well as the intellectual side, which I would say I probably didn't get because I left school at sixth form and college, and I didn't go to university. So university is not essential, but just knowing what you want and being very clever in your mind at achieving it, without having to be pushed about or shouted at. Come on, what are you doing? Lazy. I don't want to be doing that. No. I want them to just say, no, Dad, I know what I want. This is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I help them, guide them the right way. Yeah. So I would want them to have that I probably don't have at the moment.
I think it's probably more emotional intelligence you're talking about, isn't it? Yeah. You're very emotional intelligent.
Yeah. Emotional intelligence. Yeah. I want them to be streetwise, of course. That has to go with everything. But you got to have the social aspect, which we've got. So I want them to have that, definitely. So again, they should be like me and Primrose. But one thing that I've noticed is a lot of people always say the kids are very clever, and when we tell them their age, they're quite shocked. They're like, oh, okay, I thought that she was like 5 or 6 when it comes to Havana, or Phoenix seems like he's about 4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not, he's only 2 going 3. Yeah. So basically, I think a lot of that is to contribute to emotional intelligence, which you believe in a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a lot of books and stuff like that, and it's something that we definitely try and imply in the home as much as possible, because I think it's very important to have that emotional intelligence and to be able to know what you do if you're feeling down, and to know what to do when you face disappointment in life, and
it's like dealing with your emotions.
And life's not always going to go in your way.
Rather than when things go wrong, you fall on the floor and start throwing a tantrum and crying. Yes. So, like you said, an adult version would be sit down, sulk, feel depressed, and not know how to rectify whatever's gone wrong.
That's it.
So emotional intelligence is about teaching you that, and how to deal with your emotions so that you don't basically have a breakdown as you get older. And I think with Havana, and part of it is also a lot of playtime. I think with Havana and Phoenix, they get so much playtime with us. She does go to nursery. She's been going since she was 2. The Phoenix does as well since he was 2. But I think a lot of their intelligence comes from actually the love that they get at home from us.
That's it.
The stable home that we're providing. And also the fact that we let them just do what they want, but without being destructive.
That's it.
And without being crazy. So they play, but they get told off if they need to, but in the right way. Everything's explained to them clearly, so they know why they're being told not to do it, or
so there's rules and there's boundaries, but with that there comes a lot of love and a lot of consistency. We try to be very consistent.
There's structure. There's a lot of structure to our home.
Exactly. But which is what I didn't get. So part of your question was like, what would I take from my upbringing? So what I would take nothing from my upbringing. There will be nothing. I would take nothing at all. But from that I learned what I would have wanted my parent to be like.
And what
I
you're
learned
not
what was
gonna do
missing.
when you have your kids.
Yeah. And from my parents, I learned like, okay, fine, this is what I don't want from my kids, and what am I gonna do about that? And then thinking very hard and very being conscious about what I'm doing consistently all the time with the kids, because I was very worried before I had kids. Like, am I gonna turn out to be my mom? Because if I did, I wouldn't want to have kids. So, and
it's not fair on the kids to have to go through that upbringing.
Yeah, exactly. And to grow up in fear, and then when you're an adult, it takes a lot longer to actually to fix your mental state. And so for me, in a way, I'm still thankful for my upbringing, because it taught me how to be a good parent in a roundabout way.
What not to do.
And what not to do. And for you?
Yeah, for me, like we had a really good stable home, and my mum and dad were always at home. If mum didn't work for like 10, 12 years once we were born, so we always had mum around.
Yeah.
She wrapped us up in cotton wool. We were given what we wanted. We were fed and watered. Basically, she was really good with us and very gentle with us.
Yeah.
A lot of love. Dad always worked hard. He was always at work, but when he wasn't at work, he was home. He'd be there with us. If he wanted a drink, he wouldn't go to the pub. He'd sit at home with his family. He'd eat, cook at home, good food. Everyone eats together, and he'll have his beer at home. Like, never went out. Never saw him go out and get drunk. Not that he didn't get drunk, but he drank at home if he was going to drink. And he always knew what his responsibilities were. And his responsibility was his family, and go to work and make the money and look after his family. So for me, looking at that, I think, and commitment to his kids and his wife, which is what my dad did. So I look at that and I think, wait a minute, this is where my commitment comes from.
Yeah.
Prim said even with me that I'm very committed.
Very committed, yeah.
Like, and once I make a decision, I don't go back from it. And I'm so committed to her and the kids that they're my first priority. I don't go out as much as I used to. I still go out and have fun. Like, we're supposed to go out with my friends in a couple of days, and I'm gonna go out and have a good time. But I've planned it and I'm gonna go. She's not restrictive of that, but I'm always there with the kids. We have dinner together all the time to create that bond. We have that play, we have a laugh, we have a joke. My dad was a little bit strict, but in a way it was good, because now we don't do drugs, we're not alcoholics, we're not unstable, we're not in trouble with the police. So all that was really good, I think, for my upbringing. So I definitely had a stable home. So that's what I think creates that whole like mentality of I need to love my family, I need to respect my family, and they're important. Because that's how my dad brought us up. So I want the kids to learn that, because I want them to be committed to their partners, and I want hopefully that they find the right partner that can give them the same commitment back. So again, that's another facet of them growing up and what we would want them to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I think having grown up in like complete opposite, isn't it?
It's a complete opposite.
Was completely opposite in 100% of the way.
But I can tell that you always wanted that.
Yes.
So when I met Primrose, she took like a duck to water to that commitment, to that almost like that relaxed, homely atmosphere that I always wanted. And that homebody. I thought, oh whoa, she's like my mum. She just loves being at home. She's a homebody.
I like taking care of the kids.
She just wants to take care of the kids and her husband. So I'm like, perfect. That's what my mum was like. So it's funny that they say you actually end up with someone like your mum. That's what they say to the guys.
That's it.
And I end up getting someone almost exactly nigh on the same. Who basically is just committed to her family. Which is what my mum was.
Exactly.
So I learned that from my parents, so hopefully we will teach that to our children, and then they'll have stable, committed relationships. And hopefully they won't get into relationships that are going to break up and fall apart, or with guys or girls that you can't trust, or you know what I mean? Like, you learn that from what you see. So if kids are seeing broken homes, they're gonna think this is normal.
And I mean, sometimes broken homes come from, it's not your fault or anything like that, it just happens. Because I'll say to them, if you're not happy in your marriage, in your relationship, you can't just stay there for the sake of like staying there. But hopefully we've given them sort of like a blueprint for them to follow in their lives as they get older.
Because now they've got an example of what a good home should be. That's all it is.
That's it.
And as I said, because our home is built on love, happiness, play, lots of play. they are look like they're going to be. Havana looks so intelligent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I say to him, I go, where did she learn that? And she's a bit bright, isn't she? I'll come from work and she'll ask me something different, Havana will, and I'll think, wow.
Yeah.
Where is she picking all this up? And I think that's got to be the emotional intelligence that she's gaining from us just being a happy family.
Because from the books that I read, they were like, kids learn and retain what they learn from playing. So if you're letting the kids play, sometimes they're playing and they're not actually realizing that they're learning at the same time.
Yeah.
So in my home, you were not allowed to play. My mom would like, what do you mean play? There was definitely no play. You play if she wasn't there. That was it.
Yeah.
If she was there, you were not allowed to play at all.
That's not good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think your mind needs to relax. You need to be.
They say that.
Yeah, exactly. You just
there was a video that I sent Primrose, and it was regarding the education system in America and the education system in Iceland.
Yes.
And I think it was in the 1970s or 80s. The education system in both countries was exactly the same. But then in Iceland they changed something, and when I say exactly the same, it meant it was quite low. It wasn't good. So
their rating system was.
In Iceland, what they did is they changed it, and what they did is they turned around and made more playtime at school and no homework.
Yeah.
No homework at all.
Less hours.
And less hours. So the kids didn't go to school. They only went to school for I think it was 5 or 6 hours in a week.
Wow.
Or something like that, when they were from the age of 3 till say 7 or 8.
Yeah. It was really low.
Something like that. And even as they got older, there was less education time. It was more free time.
That's it.
And I thought it was amazing. I thought
it was brilliant.
Wow, really simple as that. And then it clicked, and I thought, wait a minute, that's emotional intelligence they're talking about then, because that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
And that's what we're practicing at home without even consciously thinking about it in that way. But we just naturally feel like we want love and laughter in our home. And that is what kids need. They need structure, but they need love and laughter in their home.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what the school was doing. And the education system went from joint 23rd with the US to now at number 1, and everyone, literally everyone graduates near enough.
That's it, with flying colours.
And with flying colours, and they go to school less as well.
Yeah.
So that tells you something.
Exactly.
So don't pressurise your kids into, you must study, sit in those books that come from school.
That's it.
Fine, you got to do your homework, but no, you can't relax. You've got to let them relax. Let them have fun. Let them chill out. They're kids.
There's only so much you can retain. Your brain can only take so much information.
And I'm sure there's parents out there that have kids my age who are watching us today, and their kids are doing great. And a lot of it was based on the fact that you lot had just a lot of love and laughter. You played a lot, and that is when it clicks, and you think, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We were right what we did, and that's what actually is the best way. So hopefully when we pass it on to our kids and they learn that, they will pass it on to their kids. And they'll have that laughter and play in their home.
That's it.
Which will create emotional intelligence, meaning that when they learn, they find it easy.
And
I know that. That's easy.
Yeah.
But then when you're sitting there drilling in your times tables,
trying to read it and memorize
and constantly doing it, you can't
learn because you're bored.
You're bored. You're like, I don't get any time to relax. My brain is hurting. I'm only 6 or 7 or 8. Yeah. You know what I mean? I need to play.
Exactly.
But that's it. You're very good like that, because Primrose will make sure that the TV's off.
No.
And all she says is, you got your toys.
Yeah.
Do what you want in the house, play, we'll clean up after.
Exactly.
And they are literally running through the lounge, into the garden, onto the trampoline.
They're
all you hear is
everywhere.
kids laughing all day long.
That's it.
And they are so happy drawing and colouring when they won.
And I think that's why they're well behaved when we go outside, because they know when they get home, it's like you can have as much love. It's not like when I'm at home, when I'm outside, I'm gonna misbehave and act a fool because that's the only time I can be myself, and my mom can't punish me because we're outside. It's not like that. At home, it's like, do what you want, jump off the couch, don't get hurt, but you're free to do what you want. But afterwards, you're gonna have to tidy up. Apart from that, it's all good.
So hopefully, they will not only be like us, but they'll be even better than us.
Yeah.
And they'll and not actually. We don't like using the word hope. You don't like using the word.
Exactly. Yeah.
They will be better than us, and they will achieve more than their parents.
Because we've given them a better platform.
Because we've given them a better platform for what we've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's your law of attraction coming in. It will happen.
Yeah.
No hope. She doesn't like me saying the word hope. No. So when she said hopefully, I go, what?
Hopefully.
I get a smack in the head every time. Hopefully.
Yeah. With you, hopefully. Right, yeah, that's it really.
I'm your new law of attraction guru.
I wish.
Yeah.
So that's it, really, isn't it?
No, hopefully that covered every facet of the question that you wanted us to answer.
What are we gonna take from our parents and stuff? All I can say is just be a conscious parent. That's all. Don't be on autopilot. As much as possible. Just be thinking
don't just switch off to because sometimes it can happen to the best of you. You can just switch off because you're cooking and doing stuff. But that's different. And you think,
this is like constantly.
But don't constantly be in that state.
Or like on your phone and stuff.
Yeah. Just don't sit there on your phone. Like, actually concentrate on your kids.
Engage with
them,
Yeah, because that's something that, I don't know, we tend to observe a lot if you're out and about. Parents are not into their kids. They're busy on their phone. They're busy distracted from the kids all the time. And it's like, for the kids, they need to know that they can come and interact with you and you're not constantly distracted.
In one of our videos where we were in Westfields, I was actually making the kids dance to the music that was on. Yeah. And I was having a laugh with them and the assistant was laughing at us.
Yeah.
Because she was thinking, wow, look at these guys having all this fun, but that's what we do.
Yeah.
The kids were having fun. I was like, yeah, go on, shake your belly, have fun. And they're just having fun and I'm filming them having a good time as well. Like we're all having a good time because I'm just being a big kid. I'm being silly.
That's it.
And hopefully that means, as I said, happy kids. Hopefully they'll learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll become good people. Not angry people.
Yeah.
Taking out all the frustrations that have been put in them by their parents.
That's it. Exactly. So so that's it on that question.
Yeah.
And again, if you've got questions of your own, don't be afraid. Just pop them in the description or the comment section below. And also give this video a thumbs up. Yeah. And share it with your friends and family. And we're gonna see you guys in our next video. And that's it from now.
Yeah, toodaloo.
Bye.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
We're gonna talk about money.
Ooh, you wanna talk about money?
And some love and dancing and mums.
Okay.
And dads.
Do you
and finding people who are white.
Do you have money?
Yes.